Okay, we're going to have a closer look at the salt stuff. You know, sort of what kind of salts can be made, and just put some metals and acids together and see what happens, sort of thing. Bases and acids together, and see what combinations what we turn up with. So, as I mentioned, some other video clips, you need to know what acid you've got, what base you've got. So we'll do a little bit of recap, and we'll start looking at some of the different salts. There's some different salts on this slide, but they're all from versions of the edible salt, sodium chloride. We're going to look at some completely different ones. So, just remember, acids react with metals and carbonates, and we've got these general reactions here. Stick a metal with an acid, you're going to get a salt, and hydrogen given off. So look at our little beaker over here, and we've got gas being produced. Okay, whatever metal we put in there, we'll get a salt and gas given off. In this case, it's hydrogen. We can add acids to carbonates. We'll get a salt, and we'll have water and carbon dioxide. It just depends what metal we use. So, for example, over here we've got magnesium going in to hydrochloric acid. So the salt's going to be magnesium chloride plus hydrogen. Salt plus hydrogen. Next one down, we've got copper carbonate. So copper is the metal going in, and we've got sulfuric acid. That's the sulfur part. So we're going to have copper sulfate being the salt, water and carbon dioxide being given off. So it's another kind of neutralization reaction. Okay, we're using up the acid. So we've got acids and alkalis do that, neutralizing each other. Acid and alkali, salt plus water. Okay, in this case we're having a metal plus a salt, metal plus an acid going to salt plus hydrogen. We're still using up the acid, we'll be neutralizing the acid as we go through that. So depending what products, what reactants we've got, what the various products will be. We've got these general equations, you know, the salt plus water here for this one, and the salt plus carbon dioxide and water, or the metal salt plus hydrogen for the metal plus acid. They're the general equations that we need to remember to get our way through some chemistry stuff. So in this case we've all got salts being made, the metal plus the other part of the acid. So salt made depends on what's being used. So we've got to look at the acids that are being used. So sulfuric acid makes sulfates, hydrochloric acid makes chlorides, nitric acid makes nitrates. Let's go try some out. So we've got these metals, the magnesium, the iron, the sodium, calcium, and we've got these acids. Remember, metal plus an acid, salt plus hydrogen. That's the general equation. That's what's going to happen. So magnesium plus the hydrochloric acid is going to be a chloride, magnesium chloride. Iron plus sulfuric acid is going to be iron sulfate. Sodium plus the nitric acid is going to be sodium nitrate. Here's a new one. This is vinegar type stuff. The calcium ethanoate will be that kind of acid there. So long as you know the acid, you know the salt that's going to be made. You just put the metal, name of the metal in front of chloride, sulfate, nitrate, ethanoate. Okay, let's try some more. So magnesium hydrochloric acid, magnesium chloride. The chloride comes from the chloric part of hydrochloric acid. Iron nitrate was the product, therefore we must use nitric acid. We've got ethanoic acid, sodium ethanoate. It's easy, the metal must be sodium. Calcium is becoming calcium sulfate. Sulfur comes from sulfuric acid. Copper plus nitric acid. Okay, look at the example above this one here, the example of iron. Iron plus nitric acid became iron nitrate. Copper plus nitric acid. Here's a trick. Copper doesn't react with very much. That's why it's used in water pipes in the house. However, if you heat it, you might get a slight reaction. So let's see what we got. Next one now is iron nitrate, nitric acid. It's going to be iron. And of course, if we heated the copper nitric acid one, we might get some copper nitrate out of it. We've got sodium chloride being formed. Look at the example up here. Magnesium chloride comes from hydrochloric acid, so we're going to have hydrochloric acid there. Calcium and ethanoic acid. Well, we had sodium with ethanoic acid becoming sodium ethanoate, calcium ethanoate. Magnesium plus sulfuric acid. What's the example I've had of that? Here we go. Calcium sulfuric acid. We're going to have magnesium sulfate. So that's a quick journey through salts being formed, how to name them as well. So next time you meet a salt and you're not having it on your fish and chips, hopefully you know what name it is. If you know what chemicals you've started with, you should be able to know the products and name the salt that's formed. So I hope that's been helpful, and good luck.